Good morning, this is KELOLAND on the go, with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
For the first time, we're hearing from the victim of a case that we've been following since 2023. Former Sioux Falls councilor Roy Conrad is serving a 15-month prison sentence for preying on one of his clients. For a long time, that woman was known as Jane Doe. Now she's sharing her name, her voice, and her story.
Trauma is a really hard thing to explain and obviously go through. It has many, many layers. A lot of people don't realize that trauma is also a grieving process.
Conrad is eligible for parole in December.
Tamby White hopes that she can be a voice for others who have experienced similar abuse.
The DCI is now investigating a fourth inmate death at the South Dakota State Penitentiary.
42-year-old Nicholas Skorka was found dead in his cell on Tuesday. He'd been serving time for grand theft and escape. An autopsy will be done today. According to prison officials, 3 recent deaths at the penitentiary have been linked to overdoses. Following those deaths, the Department of Corrections announced it busted a drug smuggling ring. The DOC said inmates were getting drugs in packages, counterfeit mail, and from visitors. At this point, authorities have not announced any charges in connection with the drug ring or the deaths. An afternoon storm rode through northwest Iowa yesterday. The winds were so strong that it uprooted a tree and damaged buildings in Rock Rapids. High winds also went through Little Rock and brought down a branch on top of Joe Schilling's home.
We were in Sioux Falls. It's our 37th anniversary today, and we were actually at the zoo. And my neighbor called me and asked if we were home, and I said no. And he said, well, you got a great big branch on your house. You can expect more coverage of storm damage in northwest Iowa as residents continue the cleanup today.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. The possibility of storms around today as well.
Yeah, we'll have scattered storms south central, southeastern KELOLAND, more widespread in northeastern South Dakota, where periods of heavy rain are looking likely. We'll say near Aberdeen, Watertown, and areas to the northeast. We have temperatures today that will range from the 60s in northern South Dakota to temperatures near 90. Right along the border of Nebraska and South Dakota may see temperatures near 90 today. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. A new restaurant has opened in a familiar neighborhood.
Right where Rosie's Cafe used to be, you can now find Rosie's Tacos, a Mexican restaurant.
While it won't be the same as Rosie's Cafe, they hope to bring their own style and flavor to the area.
Different restaurants have their own spices and own things and different flavors, so I feel like ours is new, especially with birria. That's our specialty, so I feel like a lot of people don't know what it is and what it tastes like.
Rosie's Tacos will be open from 10 to 9 every day of the week.
We posted more information on their restaurant and location on KELOLAND.com.
A local theater group is looking to end its season on a high note.
The premier Playhouse is set to open its 4th main stage production of season 22, Dolly Parton's 9 to 5, tonight at the Orpheum Theater in downtown Sioux Falls.
We started with Disney's Freaky Friday, and we're closing the season with Dolly Parton's 9 to 5. And I can't think of 2 better female empowerment, female-driven narratives for us to share with the community this season. So it's kind of nice to come full circle and to really finish us off strongly with a large-scale production with amazing singing and amazing dancing and acting.
9 to 5 kicks off tonight and runs through Sunday, June 22nd.
We provided a link with complete schedule and ticket information under this story on KELOLAND.com.
An event this week is giving people a chance to show off their motorcycles.
The organization Those Guys Abate is putting on a rally in the valley at Thunder Valley Dragways near Marion.
Organizers say bikers can race in a controlled environment rather than on public streets.
They're making a bad name for all of us motorcyclists in the aspect of on the city streets, anything can happen in a split second.
The event begins today and runs through Saturday.
For details, head to this story on KELOLAND.com.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another Check Your Weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, watching your weather today. Looks like it's another active thunderstorm day for parts of the region. Yesterday it sure was. We had severe weather and wind damage. This is a viewer video from west of Little Rock, Iowa. You can see the cloud here, and boy, oh boy, the dust cloud. This is a downburst type of scenario where you get very strong winds to jet out from those thunderstorms in excess of at least 75 miles per hour at the surface. Our Doppler radar scan suggested over 80 miles an hour. But again, it's wind that's coming down out of the cloud. We talked about this during Kettleland this morning a little bit. You can see the effect here. That's basically the flow of the air coming out of the cloud. These are the Doppler radar scans there between Rock Rapids and Little Rock, and they're over 80. Not very good there. And of course, we are in severe weather season. Sharp lightning last night over Sioux Falls. That really got your attention, didn't it? Some of you were paying close attention to those things. And of course, we were doing other scans on Doppler radar. Sibley, Iowa, too, picking up some very strong winds. Well, what's next? Well, there is a marginal risk of severe weather with this system today. This is the mid-afternoon weather map. We got a strong warm front draped here north of Sioux Falls, probably runs up to just about Huron and Brookings. South of the warm front, it is going to live up to its name. It's really going to heat up here. We're going to get into at least the mid to upper 80s from Sioux Falls to Yankton. We think north of the front, the rain, the clouds, temperatures a lot cooler, so we want to draw some big contrasts on that. These numbers are changing. These are numbers as of 7 this morning. I've got rain totals in southwest Sioux Falls, more than double the airport number of 40 hundredths, but it's just typical. You know, thunderstorms, you get wide variation in numbers over relatively small areas. And so that, again, is the case today. You can see the collection of rain to basically finish up the morning in the northeast. Watch the late afternoon radar picture west of Mitchell. That low pressure center is tying up here around Chamberlain. We think there could be some cells that get stronger, maybe around Winter, Gregory, up to Platte. That would be kind of a zone we'd watch. And then some of that moisture will tend to stream northward right through Watertown and Sisseton to end the day. Sioux Falls could get clipped by some of that, but it's about a 30% chance. So I would say Sioux Falls has had the vast majority of its rain in this go-around. How about the extended forecast? Well, we're not done. We're going to have a fairly cool day tomorrow in the northeast, only in the upper 60s. But some rain chances could come back on the scene Saturday morning, or at least starting late Friday night. And that's something we're going to have to deal with here. And then also into Saturday night, there's going to be a few more of them around. Not going to wash out your weekend, but it is something that is going to affect your weekend. And so you're going to want to stay tuned to our forecast. Even Sunday night after the Father's Day forecast in the 80s in the southeast, we think there could be a number of thunderstorms in our region to start early next week. Sounds like mid-June, doesn't it? It's just kind of busy here. 84 today, Mitchell. By contrast, only in the mid to upper 60s along the North Dakota border. Sioux Falls should be able to stay consistently in the 80s. We're not looking at rain all the time. It is there, though, every day. There's a chance. A lot of it is nocturnal development. Sunday night would be one round I'd really pick on. Monday night and early Tuesday looks active as well. But again, we'll have to take these one at a time. So we just stack them up here in the 7-day. Aberdeen, we kick off a wet period here today, tonight. We wrap that up early tomorrow. We'll get back to the mid-70s on Saturday, but there could be some rain to start the morning, depending on how those thunderstorms place out on the maps. And also for Pierre and central South Dakota, there could be some rain to start Saturday morning. I think Saturday night is fair game for some more showers and thunderstorms. And likewise, even sourcing out to the Black Hills, there's actually a risk of severe weather on our day 2 outlook for the Black Hills tomorrow. So be aware of some hail and wind. Find out more about that too at kettleland.com.